Hey guys, Dominion, welcome back to The Outer Worlds 2. This is gonna be part 3 of the playthrough. I hope you will enjoy this video and let's get into it. Okay, so let's check our quests. We have the main quest, the Saboteur of Paradise. Okay, we need to find De Vries, that woman that betrayed us. And we have a side quest also. Refreshing bit of news. So we decided to help this guy. But first of all, I want to check outside a bit. Maybe we can find something else interesting.
Commander, there is a 98.7% chance that hunting Agent De Vries will require greater amounts of ammunition than you currently possess. Ammunition can be purchased at vending machines or crafted at a workbench using materials like this collection of scrap metal and powder.
I can also help you craft items in a pinch when we're out together. Most won't even explode on you.
Okay, let me just turn the volume a bit. Okay, so what did he say?
Me, or has my ankle been squeaking? You can hear it too, right? Must be the damn rotator again. Anyway, need something, Commander?
Field tinkering. I'd like to take advantage of your engineering skills.
Sure, always happy to tool around for a bit. What did you have in mind?
Okay, so we can craft ammo. For me, mods. Let's see, compact rounds. I guess 200, that's enough. Consumables, armor mods, weapon mods, miscellaneous. So we can pick locks using these mag picks, but we don't have enough magnets. We need one magnet. Okay, so mods. We can't craft. Oh, we can craft defensive plates. Okay, let's do that. Helmet as well. We have this one equipped. Extra holster, get an additional weapon slot. Okay, that's good. Okay, we can break down stuff. Party upgrades. Okay, not gonna mess with that now. Okay, so let's check out this area. Maybe we can get some additional quests here. Let's check the vendor. Recipe. I think I'm gonna buy these. Let me sell junk first. Okay. Okay, so how do I learn the recipes? Oh, so they just appear in my inventory, but I don't need to learn them, I guess. Okay, let's talk to him again.
Andy's choice jingle out of my head. Hey, if I start humming it, you do what you got. Anyway, need something, Commander?
Okay, let's go through this to see what he has to say. I have a few personal questions for you.
Oh yeah? What's needling you?
We never really got a chance to get to know one another. I'd like to change that.
Fair point. Guess Horizon Point didn't exactly foster a lasting fellowship, did it?
So what you've been up to in the past 10 years?
All I heard about this moon called Eden. Ain't much lived up to the name, though. All jesting aside, what's there to tell? Spent the first year getting back up on my feet, literally. Been mostly laying low since then, maintaining my cover. Before the invasion, at least, the Earth Directorate still needed someone to watch the colony, and I had 2 working lamps.
So it's just been you and the Valerie unit this whole time?
Not always. Went a couple of stretches there on low power to avoid detection from protectorate patrols. I usually shut her down for a few cycles then. The way you're gawping at me right now makes me think I answered that question wrong.
You were alone a long time, Niles. I just want to make sure you're
I
okay.
appreciate the concern. Won't lie, had some hard years. Got caught up in a few lost causes, the particulars of which I'd rather not go into now, if it's all the same.
Has anything good happened since Horizon Point?
I found you. Oh, and Val's been stalling less since I patched her acclimator. Ship doesn't smell anymore. That's about it.
Wait, what did the ship smell like before?
Spratwurst.
Okay. I'm going to need more details, a lot more.
I was trying to teach myself some new skills in the galley. Val got it into her hardware. I needed a hobby. I figured Spratwurst ain't an easy meal to mess up.
And what did you discover?
Well, I learned about 20 ways how not to fix a worst.
You didn't grow up in Arcadia, obviously. What was life like where you're from?
Like most colonies. Good people being ground down from above. A lot of fancy talk from suits about streamlining and quarterly earnings while them on the line barely scrape by. Triangulum's known for churning out freighters, and shipbuilding ain't exactly known for being clean, safe work neither. Especially when corners get cut. Can't remember a time I didn't end the day all banged up, filthy, and smelling like I just crawled out of an exhaust port.
Bet you were eager to jump at a chance to escape dead life. I know I'd be.
It was hard work, sure. But there was something special about seeing one of them long haulers fire up her engines for the first time and knowing you had a hand in her construction. Funny thing was, I wasn't even an engineer back then. But I wanted to learn, so I paid attention. Too good of attention, as it turned out.
The plot thickens.
I was working late one evening and overheard something I shouldn't have. Some bigwigs exchanging inside information that would have cost the corporation a pretty bit. A day later, I was being accused of corporate espionage. Didn't want to bring any heat down on anyone else, so I went on the run before the first jackboot showed up at my door.
Always putting others first. That's one of the things I like about you, Niles.
Oh, now. You'll have to tell me what those other things are sometime. I was on the run for... I don't even know how long. The days sort of bled into one another. I started losing hope of things ever changing for the better. Then, the Earth Directorate showed up. They liberated Triangulum, pulling me and the rest of the colony out from under the corporate boot. Joining up after that just made sense.
Do you ever regret becoming an Earth Directorate agent?
I could ask you the same thing.
Okay, let's go with Lawbringer answer. Delivering justice has always been my calling. I can't imagine doing anything else.
Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I'd gone back to my old life instead of becoming an agent. Stayed on Triangulum, become an engineer or something near to it. I knew joining up with the Earth Directorate wasn't going to be a life of low turbulence. But at least it'd have dignity and purpose to it.
Do you still believe that?
Not much dignity in having your limbs blown off. Sorry, that was blunt.
You don't have to apologize, Niles.
I just get tired of talking around it, you know? But back to your initial question. Do I regret becoming an agent? Yeah, some days. But then there's days like the one when I found you, and... well, not much to regret there. Only thing I know for sure, is my opinion today is colored by more than just the rosy tint of a low-run kid looking up at the stars. Life's not fair, but it keeps on.
I bet that kid would be awfully proud of the man you've become.
You buttering me up for a favor? I'll tell you right now, I'm not taking extra shifts cleaning the head.
I was being serious.
Ah, well then, thanks. Just hope that good opinion of me holds.
I'd love to hear more about your family.
My folks shuffled off the motor coil when I was little. Assembly line accident. Got passed between some distant relations for a few years. They tried their best. Weren't cruel or nothing, but life on Triangulum was tough. And they had their own families to worry about, you know? I didn't like feeling like I was adding to their burden, so I struck out on my own just as soon as I could. And well, you know how that turned out.
Do you ever miss them?
Yeah. Thoughts crossed my mind over the years, especially when it was just me and Val. I wish I spent more time with her when I had the chance. No point missing something you're never getting back, though.
We won't be stuck in Arcadia forever. Maybe you can go visit them one day.
That's either hope or foolishness, Commander, and I can't tell which. Even if we survive the rift, 10 years is a long time to be gone. No word. They probably figure I'm dead. But void it all. Now you got me thinking about it. How about this? We ever make it out of this system, I'll take you back to Triangulum, make the introductions myself. Deal?
Deal.
Oh yeah. They're gonna get a real charge out of you.
Tell me how you first met De Vries.
She was one of the forward agents who went ahead to assess just how bad Triangulum had gotten. We met while I was in hiding, and I helped her learn the lay of the land, as it were. She was no nonsense. I thought her one of the smartest people I'd ever met. And while she could also be cutting, I felt like I only caught her edge when I deserved it. I liked her. And for some reason, she seemed to take a shine to me. But she wasn't around long. By the time I officially joined up, she'd already moved on to the next mission.
Is that the last time you saw her before Horizon Point?
Sure was. Kept hoping I might run into her during training. But now I know she was busy turning her coat here in Arcadia.
There's something else I wanted to talk about.
Got time.
Actually, never mind. Okay. Can we talk to Valerie?
Injuries detected. Please seek medical assistance prior to loss of consciousness. How may this unit assist you, Commander?
Tell me a little about yourself, Val.
Presenting the Valerie unit. The latest and greatest in a line of Earth Directorate support automechanicals. All you could want in a squad mate at half the cost. The Valerie unit is the exclusive property of the Earth Directorate and is not intended for civilian or commercial use. Resale of this unit is strictly prohibited.
What is your view of our mission?
Searching mission parameters. 1 moment. Searching. Error. Unable to find current mission parameters. Defaulting to last known objectives. Goal. Infiltrate Horizon Point Station and retrieve data pertaining to skip drives and rifts.
You'll have to pardon Val, Commander. She gets confused sometimes. Logic unit can't always keep up. I keep tinkering with her assembly, but no dice.
I'm sure you're doing everything you can to keep her functioning, Niles.
Mighty kind of you to say. Just wish I could do more. But I suppose age comes for us all in the end.
Do you have any other queries, Commander?
How much weight do you think you could carry, just as a fun hypothetical?
Attempting to ride this unit in order to replicate the experience of flight is strongly discouraged.
Hey, I was only referring to your bearing capacity, Val.
This unit can support up to 100 pounds of weight while still remaining airborne, and is not ideal for body transportation or disposal. Do you have any other queries, Commander?
What does Valerie stand for anyway?
Vitality augmentation, logistics evaluation, reconnaissance, and information extraction unit.
Oh yeah, that's a mouthful. I can see why your creators went with the acronym.
Do you have any other queries, Commander?
You've been in operation a long time. Give me the highlights of your service history.
This unit was first deployed on a mission to Redacted more than 10 years ago and was primarily credited for that operation's success. Other highlights include the triumph at Redacted, the rescue of Redacted, and the first successful execution of the Stanfield maneuver in zero gravity.
The Stanfield maneuver, what's that?
Detailed instructions on how to perform the Stanfield maneuver are proprietary to the Earth Directorate and strictly confidential.
Niles, do you know what it is?
Never scored myself the clearance to learn it for fact, but best as I can tell, it's a complex EVA involving a drone and an agent shot up with enough adrenal to wake the dead.
Attempts at the Stanfield maneuver, as proposed by theorist Marion Stanfield, has resulted in multiple deaths, mutilations, and maimings, leading to a ban shortly after discovery. Do you have any other queries, Commander?
That's all for now. Okay, who's this guy?
You'd make a great lower manager.
Welcome, welcome. See anything you like?
Arthur Crombie. Okay, another guy we can talk to.
Well, if it isn't a new face in Fairfield. What I meant to say is that we now have the new improved Purple Berry Crunch. Now with 10% more flavor. Or was it crunch?
Your pitch could use a little work, but thanks for the welcome.
Of course. Though I must also apologize for my inappropriate courtesy a moment ago. You're here for delectable discountables, not my pointless observations. Anyway, let's try this again. Welcome to More Perfect Goods, a proud Auntie's Choice franchise. How can I improve your day?
You've been running the store long?
I've been working the store going on a few weeks now. Got promoted shortly after Auntie's Choice liberated Fairfield. Still finding my stride with all the marketing suavities, as you witnessed. Advertising's been a right struggle to get a hold of, much to my chagrin.
What's the problem exactly?
Well, advertising is an essential part of my business. But I haven't got any new products to advertise. Just the same stock I had yesterday. And the day before that. According to the guide, in situations such as this, I'm to consult my marketing department for new copy. Except I don't have one of those either.
Can you put in a request for new merchandise?
I didn't want to seem discourteous by asking. I still sometimes forget this isn't the Protectorate. Maybe I will put in the request. That'll sure show some initiative. Thanks for all your help. Now, is there anything I can do for you?
You have some expensive stuff laying around.
Thanks for noticing. All part of the presentation, of course. Think success, present success, be success.
Aren't you worried about thieves?
It'd be a mite tricky for anyone to swipe something when I'm standing right here. Nothing gets past these peepers.
Okay, let's check out what he has to
I'm sure
offer.
you'll find something that'll fit your liking.
Oh, his guns. Advanced decryption key. Okay, here's some attachments, armors. Okay, I guess we will visit him again soon. Okay, I'm not gonna steal anything in this playthrough. Okay, so we basically explored all of this. Let's check out
Hey, Gads, the hologram's gone down.
this area.
Malfunction, perhaps. An outrage is what I call it. That hologram was our flag planted in the soil of conquered lands.
And that's a good thing.
That symbol is our pride, our identity. How can you wage a war if you don't even have a logo?
I was surprised to learn that things that are artificial are good.
Sorry, time is bits. Bits is time. Or are, that is.
Okay, we have couple of houses to check out. What's this? Okay, this is someone's house. Emily Galloway's personal terminal. Okay. Ooh, we got a quest from that. Emmeline's Galloway terminal made it clear she's at the center of some sort of smuggling or black market activity, and the scope of her operation is intriguingly mysterious and likely worth investigating. Okay. So, I guess it's worth checking everything out. Just got a side quest from that. Okay, let's check out this terminal. Property of DB Milva Street. Oh, this is the guy's house. Okay. Okay, let's do this quest.
You know, I'm really starting to feel hopeful about settling here in Fairfield.
Why settle when you can thrive?
Sure. How do I do that?
I'm not really sure. It's just a slogan I hear on the wireless a lot. Why settle? Say it. Feels right.
I'm simply not credulous enough to accept this is where I've ended up. Doing the work of at least 3 lackeys. Or a full half-dozen automechs, all by my lonesome. I'd welcome you, would-be consumer, but we are not a retail operation. Please visit the various consumer locations around Fairfield for all your purchasing needs. I have far too many claims on my time to be able to cater to the curious at the moment.
This looks like a lot of work. Is it just you in there?
I was meant to have help, but they lacked the barest amount of gray matter it takes to keep from getting locked up by excessive corporate malfeasance. So, I'm on my own here. Breaking my back, trying to buttress all these vines on top of all my other jobs. Oh, the bits I wouldn't pay for some of those mechs the Protectorate used to work this place. So, is there anything else, or can I get back to work?
I read your terminal and I know you're involved in a lot of more than just this
You read my
greenhouse.
terminal? How embarrassing. The compliance adjusters broke the door lock when they arrested my predecessor, and I haven't gotten around to fixing it yet. Not that I thought anyone had come snooping. I'd made careful arrangements to tie up everyone's loose ends. Everyone except you, it seems. So, why are you so interested in my other work? You're not part of compliance.
I want to know why you turn on your own operation.
Because Auntie's Choice expects you to forge a path that's ambitious and self-deterministic, but not so much so that it disrupts other folks' ambition and self-determinism. Blah. I can't even fathom Auntie's economy if every eager go-getter operating on the gray edge of strictly legal suddenly closed up shop. Our whole society would fall to ruins. You know, I've been looking for some backfills with the kind of cleverness usually only found on the seedy lower decks of the claim. Feel like making a few bits?
What is the claim?
It's Auntie's flagship, where all the best movers, shakers, and up-and-coming ne'er-do-wells hone their killer instincts. Work for me and you may see it someday. Interested?
That depends on the job. What are you offering?
I'm part of Sub Rosa. We're a group of merchants, information brokers, and commodity traders who deal outside the systems most folk are confined by. We're the best way to get things done in anti-space if you're looking for profit. Want to buy it, sell it, move it? We've got someone to do it for you.
I saw your messages. I know what happens to people you work with.
Ha, they were rubes, nitwits, dolts so lacking in faculties that they couldn't handle the minuscule, and by that I mean damn tiny, amount of discretion this job requires. They had to be dealt with so we could all get back to work. And now that I'm here, things will be running right smoothly. So, long as your brain pan's filled with more than a half-dead sprat spinning on a rusty wheel, I absolutely guarantee this is a no-risk venture.
I don't know. Alright, make your pitch.
Isn't that just wonderful? I had no suspicion when you walked through my door that you'd help resolve the last of the morass Paradise Island has become for us. And all we need you to do is access Quartermaster Cardos's terminal and scrub any Spectrum vodka from her ledgers. It's already been resold, so having it in her system could become problematic. Expunge it, and I get you some bits, and the friendship of Sub Rosa all over the system. You get me?
And what if I get caught?
It'll probably be nothing. She's just a sergeant, not someone who has any real pull. And I've already made arrangements with everyone who matters. So, if she catches you, about the worst she can do is a switch on the wrist.
Switch on the wrist or not? Why is making friends with you worth the hassle?
Because we are the black market in Arcadia. Odds are, at some point, you're going to need something you just can't get legally. Then you'll be thrilled we're associated. Sub Rosa feeds that appetite to not just survive, but to thrive. And that's taking all of us places. We're more than simple opportunists. We are opportunistically driven. Trust me, for both short-term benefits and long-term prospects, you want to be our friend.
I get you. I'll be back when it's
And I'll
done.
be waiting here with your bits.
Okay, I'm just trying to do as many quests as possible, so I hope there won't be consequences to that choice. Okay. Okay, so what's in this area? Can I climb up there?
Ectoplasm. Wait. Nope. Just terrorists.
Just wandering, never mind. Welcome, Sentinel Lawrence. Request item. Locate a code to unlock. Okay, we got a new quest again. You found a terminal that described a hidden area beneath a house in a Fairfield. It might be worth investigating. So we locate a code. You need a code to access the terminal's administration controls. The terminal message hinted it was placed on the fridge. Okay, why can't I pick it up? Oh, okay, come on. What looks to be a terminal administration code has been written onto this scrap of paper. Okay. Enter the cellar. I guess from the outside. Or not. Am I blind? What is the entrance? The terminal revealed a door to a hidden cellar. Where might it lead? Let me read this again. Ah, unsealed cellar, okay. So where are the doors? Right here, okay.
I suppose it was only a matter of time until we were discovered. Though what an odd thing to die for. Apples.
Apples? What are you talking about?
Is that not why you've come? Because you discovered our recent larceny at the greenhouse?
Why would you ransack the
The
greenhouse?
greenhouse's stolen bounty offered a healthy alternative to gorging ourselves on that vending machine poison. Alas, I was spotted on one or two forays.
You must have been starving to risk your lives for food.
Starving? Hardly. We have greater stores of strength than you suppose. This hunger is a momentary distraction, nothing more.
Even a distraction can be fatal at the right moment.
If you are conniving for some concession of weakness, you will be a long time waiting. Enough! We know what is expected of us, and we have readied ourselves to meet death in all its personas. Have you?
What the? Agent says that agents have
You did me a big favor here. I knew someone, or something, had been absconding with food from the greenhouse, but never in a million skips would I have guessed it were stowaways. Huh. Guess I had this mystery all wrong. small part of me was hoping... Nah, never mind. It's downright foolish.
I won't judge, tell me.
I lost a friend in the invasion. A good friend. Thought maybe all this was her trying to send me a message of some kind. Like I said, foolish.
Not at all. It's difficult to lose people you care about. We all grieve
I
differently.
appreciate that. Never really talked about the direction of my thoughts on this topic with no one before. Wow, it's like I'm lighter. Thank you for everything. Truly.
Where did this guy appear from? I don't know. That was weird.
I'm practically a detective now. Wonder what other mysteries around here need solving.
You need a code to external. Oh, it's completed. Okay. That was weird. I didn't understand that quest, but okay. Okay, let's keep looking for Vri's house. It was a house with red windows, if I remember correctly. Okay, random house. Maybe is this one? Welcome, subject De Vries. Okay, this is the one. Messages. From supervisor. Here to report to you post in the information input and retrieval department at 6:30 tomorrow. I'm sure I don't need to tell you, every member of the Protectorate is vital to the whole, no matter how seemingly small and insignificant the role may seem to be. We expect you to conduct yourself as a harmonious part of the Protectorate. Glory to the Sovereign. Okay. It is not unheard of for one to sustain injuries in the course of a spirited match of pitchball, even once as serious as your shattered femur and internal hemorrhaging. In my experience, however, virtually all cases can be traced back to overindulgence in Sovereign Sprite vodka. While it is an understandable misconception, such overindulgence does not demonstrate a subject's pride for their subservience to our sovereign. Fortunately for you, in the short time you've been here, your work has been nothing but superlative, so this will not add greatly to your demerits. Nonetheless, it is your duty to work through such injuries, to be an example to your fellow subjects on how to put aside oneself's importance to elevate us all. Remember, we are all key components in the safety and success of the Protectorate. Warning. Your recent irregular behavior has been overlooked due to your exemplary work in the long years prior to the invasion. However, I am not plagued by my predecessor's lack of character, which has reportedly now been rectified by a course of mental refreshment thanks to Sovereign. And it is incumbent upon me to follow up on the report that you were heard espousing opinions similar to the precepts of the Tracheus Order. I am certain this is but a miscommunication in these somewhat confusing times. Do not let it happen again. Important announcements. To all subjects of the Protectorate from Consul Toreal. Invasion of Cutthroat Corporatis. The scourge of unfettered capitalism has come to Arcadia and brought with it the seeds of its own destruction. Their invasion armada has exacerbated the rift anomaly which was naturally occurring and well within our ability to control, causing it to fracture the Ada further, sending invisible tendrils in all directions. This has closed the colony off from any support they may have been awaiting, but has caused us no harm, being self-sufficient in every way. These beat worshippers will soon taste defeat. It is your duty to resist their I don't know how to read this. Sugared temptations, processed promises, and low-quality goods they are using to try to subjugate our beloved colony. Do not hesitate to sacrifice your life to stop them, or to report your fellow subjects for collusion or weakness. Any subject caught with the products will be dealt with. Okay, again from this council. As of this day, the Order of the Ascendant have declared themselves enemies of the Protectorate. That they have chosen to do so is the wake of the corporate invasion of our beloved colony, attests to their true nature. It is now obvious that the corporate incursion was somehow helped by the traitors of the Order. Else it would have been crushed before it began. Rest assured, Sovereign knew of their treachery well in advance of their betrayal, and thus was not taken by surprise. Any communications from, to, or involving the Order in any way are now to be considered enemy correspondence and must be forwarded to the Ministry of Accuracy. Glory to the Protectorate.
DeVries sure has some chic putting the Earth Directorate symbol on her wall after everything she's done.
I mean, can I steal her stuff? I mean, she's bad. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, hidden door. DeVries' tracker appears to have been surgically removed and submerged in liquid inside a container, obviously in an attempt to disable it. Fortunately, it was still producing weak signal. Pick up compass, bracelet, messages to Summoner Lockwood. Summoner, your last missive stung me to the core. I can't believe you accuse me of such, as I am still in contact with Victor. The schism between the Protectorate and the Order is of no consequence to us, but we are decidedly not whispering poison in each other's ear, and I can assure you the dark path you accuse us of going down is one of necessity, not choice. I never burdened you with the knowledge of the things I have done, what I've been forced to live with, but therein lies the rub. I find I can do so no longer. The time for action has come. Do you remember the cliffhanger ending of the Sentinels versus the Cult of Corporatism 6th chapter? One way or the other, I fear we are hurting towards the same inevitable conclusion. This is one thing I cannot allow, no matter the cost, regardless my time on Paradise Island is over. As we used to say, I see you in the equation, my friend. To Augustine, DeVries. Okay, so this is the answer. How can you say you never burdened me with what you've done? You may have never shared specifics with me, but that doesn't mean I didn't feel your suffering, Augustine. The invasion of Paradise Island is driving us all to new levels of despair, and your last message has me fearing that it has pushed you to a place of madness. I'm begging you, forget that void-damned cereal and whatever it is that you are planning, and please, please, come see me before you do anything that cannot be undone. This ought to make you laugh. I am holed up in Old Order Chapel of all places, maybe because it reminds me of better days with you, me and Victor.
My cover story has worked. I am safely ensconced at the Vox station, assigned to the lowly Information Input and Retrieval Department. Seems a colony so certain of its absolute control over its subjects can be less than rigorous when it comes to security. I was able to easily widen out a space behind the walls of the main control room to establish my safe room, giving me unfettered access to the communication transfer conduits. I have hacked into their system downstream from the security protocols, so I am able to infiltrate their entire system with them being none the wiser. While I have little doubt as to the success of our mission, trepidation still gnaws at me, though I cannot say why. Perhaps it is simply the normal mission commencement jitters. I thought my duties complete. Information gathered, reports filed, preparations made. I'd even created a fictitious identity and work transfer to Horizon Point Station well ahead of schedule, in order to keep anyone from tracking my movements upon commencing the mission. All that was left was the waiting. Or so I thought. Then, troubling information came to light. I've seen the numbers. I've seen the equations. While I don't understand all of it, I understand enough to know it is the truth. And I am the only one in a position to act upon it, though it means the betrayal of my team and the duty I swore to uphold. But can I? I did it. They are all dead. And I am still alive. I had not expected this. I had prepared no alibi, and so felt assured my ruse would be discovered and I'd not have to carry this burden. But the complete gullibility of the Protectorate subjects cannot be underestimated, it seems. My threadbare excuse of my grievous wounds as pitchball injuries was accepted without question. I can only keep telling myself it had to be done. Something which becomes harder by the day as the rift anomaly grows in the sky. But it was all part of the plan. Wasn't it?
Okay, there was, she was talking about us.
Avoid me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? Because of a few equations? Some dots and lines on a graph? Good fucking law. I mean, she wasn't a damn scientist. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking?
I understand you're upset, but let's keep our heads here.
No. No. You didn't know her. Not like I did. Like I thought I did. Damn it. I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to just leave it alone. Told myself, no point in dredging up the past. Should have known it wouldn't rest. DeVries may have saved me on Triangulum, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the academy.
What were people saying about her?
We all thought she was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart, ain't a job she couldn't get done. And better and faster than everyone else. Inspired all of us.
Must have been after my time. I don't remember hearing her name before Horizon Point.
Reckon so. Some might embarrassing how much worship we all put on her name. You put a tool in my hand, I would have built monuments to her. Figured my own career could be just that. Doing for others what she done for me. Never imagined I'd actually get to work with her. Me, some nobody from Triangulum. And then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it wasn't. Law only knows why she trusted the Order's numbers.
Why are you so fixated on what her motivations were?
Because the truth matters. Because Augustine could have come clean to me at any point during the mission about what she was planning. And she didn't. DeVries was willing to sacrifice us. I have to know what for. I mean, she always struck me as so pragmatic. Real sensible-like. Never figured she'd go all in on predictions from a bunch of monks.
The Vrisa was expendable, is that simple?
Maybe. She seemed tore up about the choice after the fact. Guilty. Not sure if that makes me feel better or worse. I don't take issue with folks clinging to whatever keeps them afloat. Math, science, the grand architect, void, even capital. I know how most colonies run. But when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning their virtue.
And what's kept you going all these years? Hope of revenge?
No. Didn't even know DeVries was alive until she brought the satellite down. Until then, what kept me going was mostly training and stubbornness. And Val. But to the point, holding someone who's wronged you accountable for their actions ain't an act of vengeance. Some might call it justice.
Justice can be a bloody affair. Are you prepared for that outcome?
Can't imagine a sweeter dream than putting DeVries in the ground. Right after we get answers, of course. Whatever her plans, she started putting them in place while stationed undercover at the Vox Relay. Our next point of order ought to be getting in there. Reckon there's got to be someone on the island who can help us with that. Let's keep asking around. Friendly like. No offense to Val, but it's real nice anyway. Need something, Commander?
Okay. So... have a lot of quests. Okay, we explored all of these houses. This is the... we didn't go here and here. Okay, let's check this big building. And then finally we can start doing all of these quests we have. Ooh, what's this? Copernicus? Jesus. She's a scientist, I guess.
Pulverizing them suffice? No, I couldn't liquefy them. Apply heat and congeal them into kibble no beast could resist. Oh, Ethel, darling, you're a genius. Approach with less haste next time, won't you? Copernicus may be tame, but he still doesn't take kindly to being startled.
Why don't we start with introductions
I
on
am
Dominus?
Ethel Tinsley, chimeric scientist. I'm responsible for taming this delightful raptidon here. He will protect our fair town from his feral brethren in the wilds. Theoretically. Officer Carr has been in a state waiting for me to train the raptidons to, maul on command. It's rather pressing, and alas, one scientist turned tamer can only do so much. One might say I'm perhaps a bit on edge. Folk here have grown weary, shall we say, with the war effort, and with avoiding Carr and the minister's would-be fisticuffs.
Oh well, I'm well acquainted with Carr and Milver Street antics.
If you too have spotted the chasm between them, I fear the Protectorate have already pinpointed the way with which to exploit it. I'm unused to the way things are done here, I suppose. The Protectorate leadership never behaved in such a manner.
Why can't they see eye to
The
eye?
fact is that those two never got along particularly well, even under the best of circumstances. One wishes to woo Protectorate subjects to our ranks. The other wishes to secure a decisive victory with weaponry and technology. As for which approach is best, I wish I knew.
The minister's in high spirits now that I've agreed to help him.
Well, I hope his spirits may be sustained. I have grown fond of the minister, but I cannot help but wonder if he fully understands how proud the Protectorate are. It takes great courage or desperation to acknowledge the wrongs of one's society, and even more to leave it entirely. He may find that courage to be rarer than he thinks, or perhaps he will manage to prove me wrong with his powers of persuasion yet again. How I would welcome it in this case.
Let's talk
Very
about
well.
something else.
I ought to focus more on my work than on social tensions anyhow.
Tell me more about taming
I work
raptidons.
directly with Officer Carr and her soldiers to ensure they're outfitted with the best Raptidon counterparts Paradise Island can provide. In theory, they'll be trusted to guard our most precious assets, including our leadership. For now, they deter encroachment from wild Raptidons. It's most agreeable.
I hope this doesn't hurt any
Trust
of
me,
them.
they are safer here than out in the wilds. I have been reprimanded thrice now for undue pampering. I would not be here if this experiment was still causing needless suffering.
I'll be going now. Okay. Spread hide. Private notes. Okay, I'm just gonna read the main quest once. Okay, not gonna steal anything. Okay, let's do this quest. Okay, so circle. She needs you to delete lingering evidence of past browser activity of Chief Replenishment Officer Cardozo Terminal. Special records of anti-fizz spectrum vodka.
Keep 'em coming. I can do this all day.
Okay, you keep at it.
Gonna need a bigger storeroom for all these.
I think I'm gonna tell on that woman.
Let me guess. Gun keeps jamming, armor don't quite fit snug as you like. State your division and I'll get you outfitted, quick and proper, or your next provision's free.
Now that you mention it, I could use some new accoutrements.
If you're not with a specific division, I'm supposed to take down a name before offering my wares. I'll just make it up for expediency's sake. All bits spend the same to me. As Chief Replenishment Officer, it's my privileged duty to furnish our brave troops with all of their wartime essentials. You could say I put the ration in liberation. Tell me what you need, and I'll do my ample best to supply you.
I have a private matter to discuss with you.
No one here but you, me, and several tons of well-oiled machinery. What's this about?
Well, old machinery. I assume you're referring to the dropships. They're
Good
nice.
eye. Though I'd say they're better than nice. Got more armor than a hammerclaw, but better flight handling than the old clunkers we used to stock. If things had turned out differently, it might be someone else standing here, while I'd be off piloting one of those beauties.
What's stopping you from pursuing the dream?
Don't have the aptitude for flight, apparently. But this role suits me fine. I like the upward mobility, in the metaphorical business sense, I mean.
I'm not very familiar with dropships myself. Could you show me that one over there?
Already got the bug, huh? All right, come on. Let's give you a quick tour. beauty up close, ain't she? More cylinders than you can count powering her engines. She uses her shape to drop like a stone during landing. Counters headwinds pretty well, too. I could stand here all day just admiring.
Okay.
And over there, you see, the fuselage has been modified to endure the pressure of repeated entries, which is... but listen to me blathering on. Tell me what you need, and I'll do my ample best to supply you.
So, I wanna talk to her about
No
that
one here,
quest.
you, me, and several tons. Now there's an odd request. If you've got queries about my stock, I'm sure I can answer them for you. Wait one rapt gone moment.
Oh yeah.
Did Miss Galloway put you up to this?
Why do you ask?
She asked me for terminal access not even a fortnight ago. I'd call it coincidence if it didn't feel so much like conspiracy. I can't for the life of me adduce a reason as to why a greenhouse manager would be interested in military inventory. What kind of plants are we growing in there?
Terrible man-eating ones that will put the fear of foliage into every protectorate farmer. Just do what I'm told, I don't ask. Let's go with this one.
All the while, I thought they were growing healthy little comestibles. They were planting the seeds for psychological warfare. Literally. Shows what I know. All right. Ms. Galloway can have access, but only because I believe in not biting the hand that feeds. Or, in this case, grows. Keycard to access the terminals on the boxes right outside my stores there. Feel free to nab it. Business is always... What do you need this time? As a friendly...
Let's see what she has for sale. Silencer, nice. Sniper cloak. Evasion chance, combat sprint. So is this cloak or a chest armor? Okay, not gonna buy anything for now.
How about I do my job, and you do whatever it is you do?
Schedule an appointment if you need to talk to me. Consume in peace and we won't have a problem.
The target's not on the ground, recruits! Trainee Lindell, be so kind as to remind us all what the first rule of the range is.
Guns are weapons, not toys.
And do we aim weapons at colleagues or at our own unprotected upper stories, even in jest? Hint, we do not.
Your recruits won't learn if they're not allowed to make
Some
mistakes.
mistakes cost more than others. Not much to be gleaned from taking a bullet in the brain pan.
Not for the corpse, maybe. I'd say the living learn a lot about what not to do.
That kind of ruthless attitude may serve on the battlefield, but not on my range. I'm to see these trainees through to graduation, not into an early grave. The soldiers before you are former protectorate subjects, mainly of the farming variety. No knowledge of combat. Scarce experience wielding anything deadlier than a wrench. They're accustomed to being told what to do, when to do it, and even how to think. A lifetime of habitual servitude is not broken in a day.
These recruits need to feel inspired. Mind if I have a word with them?
I'm not one to idle in the path of a good faith effort to accelerate education. The faster we can get more soldiers in the field, the better. There's just one problem. I don't know you. So, respectfully, I must ask, what do you feel qualifies you to give instruction to my recruits?
Not opposed, but I can be pretty
You do
inspirational.
have a certain confidence about you that is presently absent in these recruits. Very well, I'll allow you to speak with them. Don't make me regret this. Attention trainees, guns down. That means you too, Sim. We have a guest who has a few words to share.
You have something to say to us?
When you hold that gun, remember what you're fighting for.
Wait, I know this one. Low overhead and competitive prices.
Nice eyebrows, by the way. No, you're fighting for the person next to you.
Consider your fellow troopers as siblings in arms, trustworthy, reliable. They are not, as we have discussed, meat shields.
All right. Do seem to recall a discussion like that now that you mention it.
With Auntie's choice, each of you has the potential to be so much more believed.
Yes, and a corporate ladder means there's always somewhere greater to reach. Now, if Auntie's faith in you is not misplaced, then prove it, trainees! Weapons at the ready! And fire! Well done, trainees! Well done! It appears your words have had their intended effect. Oh, thank law. The trainees seem quite taken with you, too. As I suspect they would riot if I let you leave without a reward. Please, accept this revolver with Auntie's thanks. Plan willing, I will have as much success deploying your wisdom with my next batch of recruits.
Move along. Guns are weapons, not-
That keep walk. Your allotted time to impress me is already expired.
Okay, let's go to the quest finally.
Go consume like a good consumer.
Workbench. Display current inventory. List includes weapons, armor, rations, high caliber armaments. Okay. Oh, I forgot the key card. Let's see if she has anything else to tell us.
Back. What do you need this time?
Okay, hey, let's head back to the quest giver, and I'm gonna end the video there.
Hello again. You get that inventory issue sorted?
The quartermaster's room is one large ship and a Spectrum vodka shop.
How grand. That officially mops up the last of the mess from the buffoons that came before me. And, as promised, my good fortune is also your good fortune. And while this might be a tad fewer bits than you were hoping for, remember, you've also made allies that you'll find all across Arcadia. Just keep watching for paintings of a stylish yellow rose with a split black circle near the middle. Like the one you passed on your way in. Find that rose, and you find Sub Rosa.
Okay, we completed the quest. And I'm gonna end this episode here. I hope you enjoyed this part. I sure did. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you all for watching.